Well, hey guys, it's Dr. Drake 63 here today, and gonna do a little actual work in the workshop instead of just show you a firearm. And what we're gonna do, if you take a nice look at here, this is a Smith & Wesson 28-2, also known as the Highway Patrolman. And when I got this firearm, it did not come with original stocks on it. In fact, it came with stocks that weren't even appropriate for this frame. And I tried some different stocks. I had these Packmeyers on here, which are fine. These are nice, comfortable stocks. In addition to that, had some other Target grips and things of that nature. Grips, stocks. I've heard different names. Smith & Wesson, by the way, calls these stocks. Anyway, I wanted the original, what's called Magna stock, which is pretty minimalist, which is perfect for my hand. I also like the look. And so I bought these off of eBay. And if you look real close, you're going to see that these have some issues. And I don't know if I can effectively sand this. I don't want to take too much material off. But you can see right here that it's pretty rough. You can see that the finish is definitely challenged. And they're old. But what I think I'm going to do is bring them back to life. And, you know, as far as the coins go, I think maybe we can salvage that. What you see there is actually somebody's prior lacquer job and some stuff that's built up over time. So I'm not looking for perfection, but I would like the wood to be in a little bit better state. And so what we're going to do today is work on these. Okay. Now, I've stripped firearms before, stocks, old SKSs, stuff like that, Mosin Nagants. So this is nothing new. But what we're going to do today, I'm going to show you what we're going to use. I've got a stripper, and there's a number that'll work. A lot of guys prefer to use acetone. I like something that is more along this line. I've had good luck with. You know, when you go to the dentist and they give you those toothbrushes that probably aren't toothbrushes that you're going to use, make sure you save them. I use toothbrushes for gun cleaning almost as often as I use them for my teeth. Anyway, I'm going to use a tung oil finish, so I'm not gonna stain these with anything. Things I'm going to need, here's some really fine grit sandpaper. So we're just going to work on those stocks, and then some quadruple zero steel wool, which is real good after your tung oil has dried to kind of buff it down, and then you decide how many coats you want. We're going to start with one and go from there. So this is what we're going to do today for a little project, and we'll see how these turn out. Remember, here's the before pictures. We're taking a better look at these. You can see that I've got something to work with. Mostly right here. I don't know how well I can sand that out. I don't believe I can sand those down all the way to make them smooth and maintain the shape of the grip. So it's going to be maybe minimizing this a little bit. But you can see these have been through some use. So I don't know how much I'm going to be able to really do here, other than get some uniformity to the color. You know, here again, you can see here, I don't know if that's holster wear. I don't know if that's just riding around in a truck. I don't know. But I got these off of eBay. There were better condition ones that cost more. I kind of wanted to just give these a try and have a little project. So we're going to see. But you can see what we're starting out with. These are the before pics. Stuff claims that it will work in 15 minutes, but you know, you can see where I applied with a paper towel how it's already doing its job, and I'm using this toothbrush to get down into these grooves and into the checkering. Okay, I'm going to use the other toothbrush to apply lighter coats of the tung oil when we get to that step. But I am encouraged. You can see the original Smith & Wesson coins are actually starting to look better than I thought they would. I thought all the relief on those was wore off, and it's not. So, who knows? Who knows? But I'm just using a paper towel and rubbing these things, and I think so much of the finish was wore off that this is going to be a fairly quick deal as far as stripping. Okay, I don't know how well you can see those dings on this particular stock. I'm not going to mess around with recheckering or anything like that, but you can kind of see, just looking real closely, where those dings are. And I actually sanded them pretty well. And you know, more than anything else, I was worried about catching them on something and having it sliver off the wood or something like that. So, you know, aesthetically, it's kind of hard to see what I really did, but if you look real close, you'll see for me to buff those all the way out with sandpaper would pretty much mean I'd ruin this stock. So I kind of got to leave well enough alone at this point, and let's make them the right color. But the coins are looking a lot better. There was some roughness on the edges that I've been able to smooth down. And so, you know, I don't know how much different these are going to look than my before we started work pictures, but I've got some more sawdust there you can see on the checkering that I'm going to have to work out with the toothbrush to get it off before we apply the tung oil. But you know, these aren't going to look perfect. They're just going to get a little bit shinier. And like I said, hopefully what I've been able to do is alleviate some of the deterioration of that wood. You know, it'd be a lot easier just to go out and get a much newer or nicer pair. But I'm kind of stubborn that way. I've got an older firearm with an older set of stocks. So this is how we're going to roll. So you can already see I've just put on a coat of tung oil, and I have not put it on the checkering or down in the frame engraved area around the checkering yet. I'm going to use a toothbrush to do that, but I just wanted to show you how nice that shines up these stocks. Really brings them back to life. And the nice thing about being in Minnesota in the wintertime, and I'm not going to lie, there's not all that many nice things about it sometimes. It's dry as heck. We have to have a humidifier on in our house constantly, and I'm still putting on lots of hand lotion. Long story short, the let dry overnight stuff usually takes care of itself in about an hour or so here with these kind of finishes. So we'll be able to take a look at this later today in terms of buffing it down with the steel wool. But a nice start, and I really like how those coins are back to life. Not feeling so bad about these grips, these stocks at this point. Of a before and kind of a before and after picture here. You can see where I've applied the tung oil, and it's got down into it's got down to that area that frames the checkering. And here's the one I haven't done yet. So I suppose you could do a two-tone job if you were looking to be non-authentic. Not on this one though. Another view of this while it's drying. You can see right here, that spot where I tried to sand it down. It does look better than it did before, but you'll notice that you will have some spots where it's going to stick out a little bit more just because, you know, you've refinished a dent in the wood. And that's just life in the big city. Okay, so this is what a couple coats looks like. And as you can see, it's not a real super gloss. I really wasn't going for that. But you know, we did sand down some edges. The coins are looking way nicer. I didn't think those were going to be salvageable, but as you can see, that Smith & Wesson logo is looking pretty nice. So, kind of a nice kind of semi-gloss on this. Same thing here. That coin's looking real nice. I mean, like I said, there's certain dents and certain damage that I really wasn't able to totally alleviate, but did make for a nicer set of grips. Or stocks, as they say. I definitely could have gone for a glossier finish. You're looking here at the before pics. But really I was looking for something that was more of a semi-gloss, given that the firearm itself is a matte finish. It's not the shiny blued finish like you have with the Model 27. But we did get a nice uniform color where the surfaces were not too beat up. And very happy with the way this turned out, without a doubt, no question about it. You can see from looking at how barked up this was when we started to how it finished up. Very happy with the result here. It was worth the time and it was worth the effort. So this is Dr. Drake 63. Just want to thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed looking at this little demonstration of bringing some stocks back to life, and look forward to your comments, questions, and experiences. Remember, guys, support the National Rifle Association. This is Dr. Drake 63 saying have a good day.